All right. So there's the ongoing argument, that we're supposed to hate Trump voters and all other voters, but Trump voters for sure, and then all other voters too. We must hate them. But non-voters, anybody that doesn't vote, those are all the angels come to save the world. All the non-voters, they're just white as snow people, pure as snow. Those are all the ones. That's how if you want to know who the good people are, all the people that don't vote are all the good people. And all the people that vote, those are all the bad people. But especially the ones that vote Trump. If they vote Trump, they're especially bad. But that's not political. I'm not political at all. All I'm saying is Trump voters are the worst voters of all of them. But I'm totally not political because I have totally outsmarted the whole politics game. But Trump voters are the worst of all of them. No, that doesn't sound just kind of suspicious, just kind of like more liberal propaganda. Oh, but I'm not a liberal because I've totally transcended all politics. I'm not political at all, and I'm not a liberal. But Trump voters are worse than the other voters. Voters that voted for someone other than Trump. Those, they're not as bad as the Trump voters. But I'm not political at all. I'm totally transcended all politics. I'm like totally above all these. Anybody that's involved in politics at all, they still haven't figured it out. I'm smarter than them. So I'm smarter than all other people that are involved in politics at all, because I've transcended politics. But those Trump voters are the worst voters of all of them, and I'm not political at all. I'm just totally not political. I've seen this so often. I've seen it so often. Yeah. All there is, and this is another interesting observation. The people that claim that they are not, they claim that they're apolitical. Apolitical means they've totally transcended all politics. It's all just foolery, and they're way smarter. They're way smarter than that, right? Well, that's what apolitical is. And so the apolitical people, watch them. They're far more involved in politics than anyone else. They're the ones screaming for the death of voters and that all voters are stupid. Like the so-called self-proclaimed apolitical is more involved in politics than everyone else, while they claim that they have transcended all politics. It's just two wings of the same bird. Watch those people. They are way more political than any other person. You don't see voters going around screaming for the death of everybody that doesn't vote. You don't see people that vote screaming at the top of their lungs that non-voters are all stupid. Hate all the non-voters. You only see that with the so-called apolitical. The apolitical people, the so-called apolitical, they fucking are constantly spewing hate, spewing all this hate that everybody should hate voters, because everybody that votes is stupid. Like, that is the most, it's unbelievable. Like, the levels of stupidity just constantly like skyrocket every day. And, it's unbelievable. It's like, whatever. So I see this constantly all over online, this fucking like spewing of poison of how everybody should hate voters, especially Trump voters, especially those damn Trump voters. It's like, whatever. It's just I gotta completely get off the internet. Like, this is like unbelievable. It's unbelievable, man. But it's so fascinating at the same time. It's like it's hard to look away. Like people are just so like unbelievable, right? Um, and you know, nothing makes any sense. You know, people are always trying to claim there's something though out there that does make sense. There's something that has meaning. It's all nonsense, dude. Vanities, vanities, all is vanities. Damn, isn't that weird how the Bible is proven itself right? And then you got all these people spewing all this hatred about the Bible. Like, well, I don't know. I mean, vanities, vanities, all is vanities. Look around. It's kind of weird. That where is that not true? Where is it not true that everything is just vanity? I like the Bible version that calls it meaningless. It says meaninglessness, meaninglessness, meaninglessness. All is meaninglessness. Like, look, how is that not true? That there's meaning in something somewhere? Well, maybe, but I don't know. It looks pretty meaningless. All is meaningless. Like, but anyway, whatever. I guess whatever. So, I've just been in a rut, man. Not knowing where to go. I just don't know what to do with myself, man. So I'm online and it's like fuck, nothing online but meaninglessness. Look around online. Isn't that what you see? Is just a bunch of meaninglessness? That's all it is. So an endless division. The apolitical group, man, they really hate the political. They fucking spewing non-stop hatred of political. Just again, look around. What do you see? People breaking off into warring factions. Each group saying to the other, "We're right and you're wrong." I guess we'll never learn. Divide and conquer. That's what keeps the wheels turning, is participate in all this division. Hate those voters. Those voters are stupid. Hate the Trumpers. They're all evil. Hate any and everybody. Just hate the liberals. They're all evil too, right? Yep. Who else do we hate? Oh, hate the homeless, of course. That's a given. You don't even have to mention. that one. Everybody knows hate the homeless. That's so like totally like, come on, bro. Yep, just hate. Everything is hate. Yeah, buddy. So I don't know. But yeah, it's all the same. Oh, hate the 1%, right? Everything is the evil 1%ers, so hate them. And of course we all know hate we don't even have to mention that group, right? Everybody knows to hate that one group, right? You know what group I'm talking about. I don't even have to say who that group is, right? But those gammas, man, they seem to just skate right by, man. That's kind of weird. Like, you ever see any big movement that's like, hate the middle class, hate the working and middle class? Oh, no. Why not? Well, because those are the gammas. Everybody loves the gammas. Oh my God, dude. No, seriously. You ever see a big movement that's like, we all need to hate the working class and middle class citizen? Never see that. But hate the homeless all the time. Hate the Trumpers all the time. Hate the liberals all the time. Hate the Jays all the time. But hate those working and middle class. You ever see that? No. Why not? Because those are the gammas. Those are the ones that pull all the levers and push all the buttons. Without the gammas, we'd all be, without the gammas, none of the wheels could keep turning. We need to keep turning the wheels of hatred, all day long. We got to keep this. We have to keep that spew of poisonous hatred like churning and spewing, and so we don't want to. Create a movement to hate the working and middle class gamma. The gammas are the ones that are keeping everything going. Everybody loves the gamma, right? Especially the alpha. The 1%ers love the gammas because the gammas are hilarious. I mean, they will believe anything. The gamma will believe anything you tell them, because to be a gamma is to be just right, So, no, you'll never see any kind of movement that's about hating the working and middle class gammas. No, it's the J's. It's the 1%ers. It's the homeless, The gamma, the working middle class, everybody loves the gamma. Everybody loves to see a clown. Everybody loves Clown World. Everybody loves to watch all this Clown World. Honk, 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 honk. Boop, 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 boop. Ebony, ebony, ebony. That's all, folks. Everybody loves a clown. The working and middle class gamma. Yay. Oh, the gammas are going to do it this time. The gammas are going to stand up this time. Uh-huh. I tell you what. The fucking alpha 1%ers, they love the gamma. The gamma brings endless laughter. Endless laughter. Watch the gamma just like running around in circles and just makes absolutely no sense. Just constantly just like watch the gamma all day pulling levers and pushing buttons, acting like they're doing something real important when all they're doing is, licking the boot of the 1%ers, the 1% alpha. And just the gamma is hilarious. The self-important gamma is so important, The gamma is always right. But, we really need to keep attacking those homeless people. They're just pooping all over in the streets. And the Jays rule the world. The Jays control everything. So we got to keep attacking the Jays and, don't forget to, spit on the homeless people and stuff and, whatever. But the gamma, oh man. Those lever pulling, button pushing gammas that they'll just, whatever you tell them, they'll believe it. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, you could tell a gamma anything. As long as it's marching orders coming from above, boy, they'll take that and run with it. Run in circles all day. They're just constantly just whoop. And the alpha gets hours of laughter. The alpha just gets to watch these all these clown gammas running around in circles. Whoop-a-doop, did-a-dip-a-dip-a, honk, 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 honk. Yeah. But again, no. You'll never, ever see a movement where it's like, we need to hate these gammas. The problem is the gamma. No. That will never happen. The alphas won't allow it. The gamma is the alpha's main source of entertainment. It is nonstop entertainment. Like, it just goes on and on and on. These clowns, these gamma clowns, these working and middle class gamma clowns, man, they will just endless entertainment. I mean, they'll believe anything you tell them. As long as the marching orders come from above, boy, whatever it is, they'll do it. Because they're always the gamma. The gamma is just right. The gamma's never wrong. The gamma is just right. That's it. Believe it. So everything is the evil 1%'er's fault, and of course the homeless people, but the evil 1%. And the gamma's totally innocent. The gamma always does what they're told. They have all their life. That's all they've ever done, is do what they're told. No matter how ridiculous, no matter how ridiculous the assignment, the gamma will always comply. The gamma will never stop and question, be like, what? You want me to... this assignment is stupid. This is the stupidest thing I'm not doing this. The gamma would never oppose. No, the gamma always does what they're told. It's those lazy homeless people that they're just not assimilating to society, right, guys? They're just not assimilating to this working middle class gamma society. And those evil alpha 1%ers, they're the evil ones. But the gamma, just right. The gamma's always right. The gamma is just right, always. Always. Right? So, don't even worry about it, man. Yeah, don't just conform to the gamma. Be a gamma. That is the modus operandi. Gamma only. Full on automaton gamma. That's it. Whatever you're told, believe it. Because that's what it's about, man. If you're told that all voters are stupid, well then that's it. Marching orders received. Gamma activated. All voters are stupid. Hear that, gamma? All voters are stupid. Pass it on. Marching orders received. Gamma activated. All voters are stupid. Oh, but especially Trump voters. All right, got it. Message received. Gamma activated. All Trump voters are bad. Gamma activated. Here we go. Marching orders received. Gamma activated. All voters are stupid, but especially Trump voters. Okay, what's next? Okay. Well, all non-voters are the smart ones. Gamma message received. Marching orders received. Gamma activated. All non-voters are the smart ones. Pass it on. Gamma activated. Ready for marching orders. What's next? Okay. It's the Jays. Marching orders received. Gamma activated. It's the Jays. Pass it on. Marching orders completed. Gamma activated. Ready for marching orders. It's not the Jays. Marching orders received. Gamma activated. It's not the Jays. Okay. Marching orders completed. Ready for new orders. Gamma activated. What's next? Richie from Boston is a prophet. Marching orders received. Gamma activated. Richie from Boston is a prophet. Mission accomplished. Marching orders accomplished. Ready for new marching orders. Gamma activated. What's next? You see, this is the alpha game. The alphas just drop those marching orders. The alpha 1%ers just drop them marching orders right down to the masses and seas and hordes of working and middle class gammas ready for marching orders, gamma activated. Pull what lever? Pull lever, gamma activated, lever pulled, ready for marching orders. Activate gamma. It never, ever ends, dude. Never ends. Like, nobody's going to be snapping out of this one. Nobody.